It was the year 2000. Destiny's Child Say My Name was in the top 10. Mission Impossible 2 was the highest grossing video of that year. The dot-com bubble burst. George W. Bush was elected president, and the Twin Towers were still standing. But also, Bill Belichick was the head coach of the Jets for one day until he resigned to become the head coach of the New England Patriots for the next 24 years leading up to today. That book is now officially closed. The dynasty is now officially over with. Bill Belichick went to the Super Bowl with the Patriots 9 times and won 6 championships with arguably the best coach QB tandem in history and probably forever. We probably won't see that ever again. But Bill Belichick, guys, is officially out of New England. What's going on? My name is Brad. I'm with the Ryan Ripken Show. And this is going to be a topic that we're going to continue to discuss. So make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to get notified when we go live. The coaching carousel is absolutely insane. If you guys haven't seen some of the stuff that's been going on, Pete Carroll retired, Nick Saban retired. They're both the same age as Bill Belichick. But Bill Belichick, according to ESPN, is still planning on coaching. Now, for me, I think that one of the big reasons is because he's chasing that Don Shula record. And I think that that's the last thing that he feels like he has to prove. It's not coming from Bill. That's coming from me. That's my opinion. And so that kind of leads into the next question. The guy's 266 and 121 with the New England Patriots. And so I think getting to that number 300 is going to be what he is chasing. So that would lead me to believe that Bill's at least going to be coaching for the next 2 years, could be next three to five. Who knows how long he wants to continue to do this, but who is going to be the ultimate landing spot for Bill? There's plenty of good options out there. You got the Chargers out west with Justin Herbert. They got a great defense. That seems like a good spot for Bill. I think that could be really attractive to him. But then you also have the Falcons, also have a lot of really good young talent. They just need a good quarterback, and that he can go and get that in the draft this year. You have the Raiders, obviously, although I think Antonio Pierce also really deserves the spot. I think there's rumors around that too with Jim Harbaugh. I just feel like Antonio Pierce did such a great job second half of the season that he deserves the spot as head coach. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about Bill here. So that's another vacancy, obviously. There's the Titans. Obviously, we know that Mike Vrabel got fired from that position. I don't think that that's going to be a good spot for him at all. The Titans are a mess. The organization's a mess. The owner's a mess. I just don't think that that's a good spot for him. What could be the ideal, and I think this is going to be the one that makes the most sense to me. Obviously, you have the Seahawks now too, but I don't think that's going to be a good fit for Bill. The Commanders are going to be the best fit for Bill, period. They got a decent young team. Obviously, the record didn't reflect that this year, but I think that had a lot to do with coaching and their quarterback, which they had the opportunity to go out and get a really good one this year with the 3rd pick in the draft. And then you also have the opportunity for Bill to take the GM spot as well. There's a GM spot and a head coaching spot open over there with the Commanders. You got Eric Bieniemy, who's still the offensive coordinator for the Commanders. I don't know if he's going to be there for too much longer. We'll see what they do with that. But if you got Bill, great defensive mind, Eric Bieniemy, and then Bill's also taking over the GM spot and has a lot of good draft capital with a young team. It just seems like it's a great fit for him. He's originally from Annapolis as well. That's where he cut his teeth in football. It's where he got to start way back in the day. And so I think that it seems as if the Washington Commanders is going to be a great fit for Bill so he can chase that record. Let me know what you guys think about that. Does the Commanders make the most sense? What are you thinking about Bill? Where do you think that he's going to land? What makes sense to you? If it's not the Commanders, what's the better fit and why? But there's the other side of this too, right? Now there's a huge gaping hole in the Patriots organization, a coach that you've had for the last 24 seasons that has been the most successful coach in NFL history with those 6 rings. What do you do to replace a guy like that? Now, obviously, Bill's not had a great last couple seasons, but how do you replace a guy who's been so successful in one place for so long? You have options out there. Jim Harbaugh is rumored to be coming back into the NFL. There's lots of indications that he's going to be doing that. But then you have other uh, rumors flying around about Mike McDonald, who's the defensive coordinator for the Ravens, has been requested to interview for head coaching spots all over the place with the Chargers, with the Titans. And so there's definitely lots of good spots, or lots of good coaching candidates out there. The coaching carousel is absolutely wild this season, folks. And we're going to continue to be here and cover all of that. So make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. We go live 2 days a week on Mondays and Thursdays. So if you guys want to get more on what we're covering here, I encourage you to join our live streams. But for me personally, I think Mike Vrabel just makes the most sense. And you could say that this isn't scripted, but my God, it kind of feels like it is. It feels like this was the plan all along. We heard rumors that Bill Belichick was going to be fired, and they already knew that he was going to part ways with the New England Patriots back during the Germany game about 2 months ago. And so I think that if that's the case, Bill already knew where he was going to go, and there's kind of some rumors flying around that as well. Is that there was two things that everybody kind of knew in the front office: that Bill was no longer going to be a Patriot, and that he already knew where he was going. If that's true, then then that makes an even stronger case for the Commanders. But what if they already knew as well that Mike Vrabel was going to be parting ways with the Titans? I think there's a lot of people that were shocked that he got fired from the Titans. I don't know if I was necessarily shocked. I just thought that it was a wrong decision. I don't think that Mike Vrabel is the problem in Nashville. I think the ownership is definitely a problem in Nashville. I think personnel and talent is definitely a problem in Nashville, but it's not the coach. Nevertheless, Mike Vrabel is out in the free market. I think that he's the perfect fit for New England. He knows the Patriot way. He was a Patriot himself. He has won rings with Bill Belichick, and he's just an absolutely incredible coach. He knows what it takes to win, and he just fits that Patriot bill. No pun intended. So I think, in my opinion, that Mike Vrabel makes the most sense to fit in that spot. But I definitely want to hear from you guys as well. If it's not Mike Vrabel, who goes into New England and turns that organization around? I just don't know if there's a better fit. I really don't. I don't know if there's a better fit for Mike Vrabel or better fit than Mike Vrabel. You can make the argument maybe for Jim Harbaugh. I don't see Jim Harbaugh going to the Patriots. I think Jim Harbaugh is going to go to a place like Vegas or LA, out there with the Chargers. I think those two are probably the top spots for Jim Harbaugh if he does indeed choose to go back to the NFL, maybe even the Seahawks. But for the Patriots, Mike Vrabel just seems to make the most sense. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you on that as well. And guys, if you want to continue the conversation, make sure you go check us out in our Discord as well. We'd love to have you guys there. We just started it up, so continue the conversation with us there. Ryan, myself, Rocco, and Zach, and the rest of the guys are going to be in there as well. We're also got tons of big plans for that, so make sure that you're joining us over there. It's absolutely free to join. The link is in the description. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in, as always, and we will see you on Monday for our next live stream unless something else big happens.